Don't like me? Good. That's a you problem, not mine. I don't give a fuck. Not one, not two. Your mouth ain't written no rule. Don't go knocking on hell's front door. Then cry when it opens. I don't raise my voice. I don't chase no fight. I let that silence sit like a loaded gun at night. You can run that mouth, you can test that fuse, but don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I've been patient, I've been kind, I've let fools cross too many lines, but there's a price when you light that fuse. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I don't make threats, I just bring bad news. You wanted smoke, now the sky turned black. You threw that stone, now it's coming back. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I don't start wars, but I damn sure choose to finish what you lit when you lit that fuse. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I've been dragged through dirt with my name in flames. I've had snakes shake hands, then run from blame, but I came back colder with a shorter fuse. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I don't need revenge, I don't need proof. I let karma ride with my name on the truth. And when she comes, she don't excuse. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I don't make threats, I just bring bad news. You wanted smoke, now the sky turned black. You threw that stone, now it's coming back. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I don't start wars, but I damn sure choose to finish what you lit when you lit that fuse. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. Careful now, this ain't a game. You can't light fire, then outrun the flame. Careful now, this ain't the move. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I don't make threats, I just bring bad news. You wanted smoke, now the sky turned black. You threw that stone, now it's coming back. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. I don't start wars, but I damn sure choose to finish what you lit when you lit that fuse. Don't fuck with me if you ain't ready to lose. Yeah, don't knock on hell's front door if you ain't ready to lose.
What's up, everybody? It's good to see you tonight. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all hit that like, that share, and that subscribe when you come in. Tonight we're going to talk about the Lost Boys of Pickering, Canada. Lost Boys of Pickering, Canada. And then next week is the story, or Mysteries, Histories, or Histories, Mysteries. Rebels, Histories is what it's called. We're going to talk about the sleeping pandemic. The sleeping pandemic. Alright, guys, and we got church tomorrow night at 8 p.m. over on White Trash Family. So y'all go over and check that out. And guys, if you're here and you'd like to drop your channel, please do so. You can drop your channel. All you got to do is type in FAFO and your channel will drop. So let me see. I'll go ahead and show you. F-A-F-O, and it should drop your channel. See, just like that. Type in F-A-F-O and your channel will drop. So let me come in and say hi to everybody. We got Nani first. She said, hello, oh, I'm listening, but I'm taking the dogs out. And then Mr. Michigan, we are here, but the gods are bowling. And if they get a strike, we may lose power. Ooh, that's not good, Mr. Michigan. Stay safe. And then we got Tattooed Angel, who dropped her link right there with the F-A-F-O. Good job, Angel. Y'all come on in and say hi for me if you don't care. I would very, very, very much appreciate it. Y'all share this out to everybody. Let them know I'm live. Let them know to come on over and say hi. Hello, Nani. Nani, I am ordering you one of those. Hello, Beagle Mom. Beagle Mom, that picture you showed me, I am ordering Nani one of those. They have them on Amazon. I'm ordering one, and I'm going to have them put Nani's name on it. Nani of 8 is what I'm going to have put on it. Well, just be safe, Mr. Michigan. They do have them on Amazon, Beagle Mom. Go look. Go look. Guys, don't forget tomorrow's church, and I'm swapping Sundays with tomorrow night. So tomorrow night was going to be Sunday, but I'm doing what we was doing, going to be doing Sunday for Monday night. So, and then Sunday will be a special show for church at 8 p.m. on Sunday, so go check it. Be sure to come check it out. All right, guys, let's get ready to get started on this now. This is just a little short story and some clues and stuff like that, and then we're going to talk about it. And then when Angel comes in here, she can do the Angel Cam and tell you what's going on. Alright, so 11 people in here, 8 likes. Somebody ain't hitting that like, so hit that like, come in and say hi. At least do that for me. If you get anything out of the show, there's a donation down there at the Cash App, scrolling across the bottom screen if you'd like to. It's not required. Would be very, very, very much appreciated, but it's not required. The only requirement is you come in, enjoy the time that you spend with your family and friends here, and enjoy the story, and I would appreciate it very, very much. Alright, guys, so we're going to get started. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rebels Unsolved Histories. Tonight we're going to examine one of the most haunting and baffling missing person cases in Canadian history. It's a case that's remained unsolved for well over 30 years. Well over 30 years. Oh, okay, you did? This is the story of the lost Boys of Pickering. They were 6 teenage boys. It was on a cold March night that this happened. Now, since this has happened, there have been no bodies found. There was no boat found. There's no answers to this mystery. What's up, Chicken Snake? It's good to see you. And it's a mystery that continues to haunt the families, investigators, and the entire community. So, let's get started. The date was March 17th, 1995. It was spring break in Pickering, Ontario, Canada. Like many teenagers, six friends. Hello, Stephanie. It's good to see you. 6 friends spent the evening attending a party. They laughed. They had drinks. Enjoyed their time together. And nobody could have imagined that before the sun come up, every one of them would vanish. I'm driving, so I can't say hi individually, but whoever says hi to me, know that I'm saying it back to you. Good deal. You keep your feet on the pedal and your hands on the wheel. And everybody's saying hi to you, Chicken Snake. And hello, Stephanie. It's good to see you, dear. Thank you for being here. All right, we'll get ready to go here in just a second with the rest of the story. Nobody could have imagined that before the sun come up, every one of them would vanish. The 6 boys, their names was J. Boyle, 17. Michael Cummins, 17. Daniel Higgins, 17. Jamie Lefebvre, 17. Right, Chicken Snake, I did forget that. Robbie Rumboldt, 16. And one of them was 18, and that was Chad Smith. Now, these guys weren't strangers. They were friends. Maybe they considered themselves brothers. I'm sure they had brothers. They were sons. They were students. They were young men with futures ahead of them, guys. Young men with futures ahead of them. And on that night, they disappeared. Now, according to investigators, the boys left the party sometime after midnight and headed toward Frenchman's Bay and the East Shore Marina. Surveillance footage reportedly captured 3 of the boys entering the marina around 1:48 a.m. It would be the last confirmed sighting of any of the boys. Now, guys, if you're new here to my channel and you'd like to have your channel get more subs, type in chat FAFO and your channel link will automatically drop. And if anybody drops their channel link in here, guys, please go over and sub them up. I got great people that come over here, and I'd love to see them all get all kinds of subs, and we help out anybody to get subs if they want them. Just like Angel just done, type in FAFO, and your channel link will drop. Chicken Snake, when you get a chance, drop it in. Stephanie, if you'd like to drop your channel link in there, type in FAFO and your channel link will drop. And everybody, please go over and sub up to everybody that drops their links, please. If you haven't subbed up to Angel, or if you haven't subbed up to White Trash, please do so. Alright, guys. Well, thank you, Stephanie. It's good to see you. Mr. Michigan, go ahead and drop your link in there. Well, Mr. Michigan did it. Stephanie, just type in FAFO and your channel link will drop. That way we can get you more subs over there if you got a lot of subs, or if you ain't got no subs. The more subs, the merrier, I guess. All right. Police believe the boys may have stolen a small motorboat and paddle boat from the marina and headed out onto Lake Ontario. The theory put forward by investigators is that the boats capsized in the freezing waters and that the boys died from hypothermia. Now, at first glance, that would sound reasonable, guys. That would sound reasonable. I mean, you got teenagers, you got alcohol involved, you got cold water, you got a stolen boat. Tragedy. Case closed, right? But there's been a problem with it being the case closed. You can't, in my opinion, you can't close a case until a body's found. Now, that's the one enormous problem in this case. Not a single body has ever been found. Not one. No life jackets, no clothing, although they did find a pair of pants that they thought were related to these, but after further investigation, they are a different size and a different brand. Same color, different brand, different size. So, no shoes were ever found, no personal belongings. And if they took a boat, there is no confirmed wreckage nowhere. Nothing. Zilch, zitch, nada. Not a thing. Nothing to that effect. So that's a huge problem if you're closing a case and you don't have these clues or you don't have anything. So that is a major, 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 major problem. So, vanished without a trace. So, a massive search operation was launched. Police, the Coast Guard units, helicopters, rescue aircraft, and thousands of volunteers searched the area. Let me say that again. Police, Coast Guard, helicopters, rescue aircraft, and thousands of volunteers searched the area. They searched the shoreline. They searched the water. They searched from air, yet they found virtually nothing connected to the boys. Nothing connected to the boys. Texas lady said she remembers this case. It's sad. I just heard about it recently and read up on it, so I thought it'd be a good case to go over. And it is very, 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 very sad. Now, one of the most and welcome, Texas lady, welcome, thank you for being here. One of the most controversial aspects of the case involves the timing of the search. Now, reports indicate that it approximately 36 hours passed before a major search of Lake Ontario began. Now, a lot of critics have argued that valuable time was lost during those critical hours. I would say that's pretty much a fact. You wait 36 hours to search for someone. Come on now, that's a little rough. That's a little rough. Now, over the years, family members have repeatedly questioned the investigation. Now, many people have asked, if 6 young men drowned, where's the bodies at? If 6 young men drowned and they stole a boat, where's the bodies or the boat? Where's the evidence that they were ever out there besides seeing them on camera? You've seen them on camera entering the marina. That's the last. And you only seen 3 of the boys. You didn't see the others. Although they did see someone else on a camera that were not the boys. So let's go from there. Now, how can 6 people simply vanish or disappear without leaving behind a single confirmed trace of anything? Anything. Those questions remain unanswered to this day. From March 17th, 1987, I believe they said. No, March 17th, 1995, to today. To today. It's remained unanswered from 1995 of March 17th to June 16th, 2026. Now the police have a theory, and that's what has remained the same for decades. Now, police and investigators believe the boys took the boats onto Lake Ontario during the early morning hours. Now this is during March. March waters on Lake Ontario are brutally cold. Now if the boat overturned, hypothermia could have set in quickly, very quickly. Police have pointed to reports of a motorboat being heard on the lake that night and evidence suggesting boats were stolen from the marina. Now, it says evidence suggesting boats were stolen from the marina. It doesn't say evidence proving boats were stolen from the marina. It says suggesting. A gas can recovered days later in New York State was reportedly believed by police to have come from the missing boat. So a gas can from one of the missing boats was recovered days later in New York State. Now, investigators believe that explanation seems straightforward enough. It was a tragic accident, but a lot of people's not convinced that it was a tragic accident. They've never been convinced. Questions that won't go away from this. Questions that won't go away from this history. Question number 1. Why were only 3 of the 6 boys, like I was saying earlier, captured on surveillance footage? If all 6 boys left the party, and actually they didn't leave the party. 5 boys were at the party. 1 boy was at home, and I think it was the 16-year-old. And they went to the 16-year-old boy's house, and they convinced him to go with them to the marina, supposedly. So that's where the 16-year-old come in. So, why were only 3 of the 6 boys captured on surveillance footage? If all 6 boys came to the marina together, and only 3 showed up on camera or on surveillance, where were the other 3 boys? Where were the other 3 boys? It's an unsolved mystery. That's why it's called Rebels Histories. History, mystery. Or it's called Unsolved Histories. Okay. Question number 2. And this is a question I come up with. So, question number 2. Why was there no underwater search conducted in the immediate area where the police believe the boat may have gone down? Critics of the investigation have raised this issue repeatedly over the year. Where's the info on the alleged stolen boat? They said it was alleged, yes. I was trying to think of that word. Oh, and hello, Steve. I seen where you just said, oh, and hi. So, like I said, critics have raised the issue to the investigators repeatedly and repeatedly over the years why there was no underwater search conducted in the immediate area where the police think the boat went down. I would have done that. No. This happened in Canada, and a gas can from the boat was found in New York State. Okay. So, remember question 2. Now, question 3. How did 6 bodies vanish completely? I'll say 89 to 90% of bodies that vanish in water are eventually recovered. 89 to 90 to 92, somewhere around in there, are eventually recovered. Yet after 3 decades, guys, after 3 decades, not one of those boys have been found. Not one single one. Okay, question number 4. If they allegedly stole boats, where are the boats? The boats themselves were never conclusively recovered and linked to the boys. So, they're not really linked to the boys. But you think that they stole the boats. Now, one thing I'll say, one thing my theory might be, search should have been done by 2 different departments anyway. And the water was hundreds of feet deep, but they still could have searched. But I done lost train of thought. Oh, in my opinion, now, as everybody knows, and I don't know if there's actually a link from the ocean to Ontario Lake, or what if drug smugglers were out there and bringing drugs in on boats, and they found the boys, took them back to the main ship where the drugs were, come back and destroyed the boats, or took the boats out somehow, and wherever the drugs come from, they took it down there. Could it be a drug involvement thing that they got caught up in, and they could be anywhere? Could that have happened? I think it could have happened. Now, let me go look. Let me go look. I am going to go look on the map just to see Lake Ontario. Okay. Now, in my opinion, it looks like that there is a way in from the Atlantic Ocean to Lake Ontario. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but that would be maybe a good guess. You can go up by 9 Mile Point Lighthouse, up around Wolf Island Marine, up the St. Louis River, still up the St. Louis River, would take you right back out you would have to go through I can't pronounce that word, but a canal under the bridge at the St. Louis de Gonzaga Bridge, and it would bring you right back out into Lake St. Louis, and then back to the St. Louis River. Yeah, I think you could do it. I think you could do it. So, it could have been that, in my opinion. Okay. So, question number 5. Could someone else have been at the marina that night? Possibility, it's a marina. It's a marina. Now, private investigator Bruce Ricketts spent years examining the case and reportedly obtained surveillance footage showing additional people in the area that night. And he's appealed and appealed and appealed and appealed for those individuals to come forward. And they haven't. The St. Lawrence Seaway connects the Great Lakes to the ocean. So see, they could have come in through there. They could have come in through there with drugs to get them into Canada instead of bringing them to the United States and driving across New York and up around into Canada. They could have done that. So, the files and the evidence in this case, among the most discussed pieces of evidence are surveillance footage showing 3 of the boys entering the marina. And it's just saying reports of stolen boats from Frenchman's Bay. Has there actual been documentation of the boats being stolen? Now, I don't know how they do it in Canada, and I'm not going to try and say. But I'm assuming that you would have to do a report on a stolen, if it's somebody's boat, that would be stolen property. You would have to do a report on it. You would have to get the boat number, the name of the person who owns it, their address, all that stuff. You would have to have a piece of paper, legitimate paper report, instead of just reports from somebody. No, I know that. What I'm saying is, if they just brought it to the East Coast and then drove across, it would be easier to go around up to St. Lawrence and down through the river and then come into Lake Ontario. Hello, Germany girl. It's good to see you. Witnesses reports of hearing a motorboat early in the morning hours. And to do that, and guys, if you've ever lived on the wrong side of the tracks like I have, you know that things like that are going to be done in the darkness of night. I'm talking about the drug boats. If that's the way it... Oh, you saw it on YouTube last week? I might have to go back and look for it. But that's the way they would bring drugs in the dark of the night, so they would be hard for them to be seen, is what I'm trying to say. So that could have been a boat by the drug dealers bringing it in. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's what happened. That is just a thought in my head. All right. Now, the recovery of a gas can believed by police to be associated with one of the missing boats. Okay? That could have floated across. That could have got loose and floated across. Now, there's decades and decades and decades of missing person files maintained by law enforcement agencies. And it's all over the world. So nobody has reportedly found a body. It is strange. Nobody's reportedly found a boat or nothing. So now, despite all that, though, investigators have never been able to establish exactly what happened after the boys arrived at the marina. That missing piece is what keeps this case alive in Canada. Never been able to establish exactly what happened. If you can't figure out what happened, you shouldn't do a case closed. It shouldn't be case closed. This should be going on and be certain. It should be investigated, investigated, and investigated, and investigated. Speculations from the theories and stuff. Now, we got to be clear, though, there's no evidence proving any of the following theories. Just like there's no evidence proving my theory. That's all it is just a theory. These are simple possibilities that have been discussed by investigators and researchers and followers from the case over the years. Okay? I'll call them theories. Theory number one. This remains the official explanation. And theory number one is the boys drowned. Okay, that's the official explanation. The boys stole a boat. The boat capsized. And they died in freezing water. Yet no bodies have ever been recovered, or no boats ever been recovered. If a boat capsizes, it stays up for a little bit. I'm sure it would sink sooner or later, but I don't think that much. So they died in the freezing water. That's the official one. Simple and tragic, but critics argue that total lack of physical evidence make this theory difficult to accept. Foul play. Same thing that I was thinking. Some believe the boys encountered someone at the marina. And could a confrontation occur? Possibly. Could criminal activity had been taking place and the boys stumbled upon it. And if there's any witnesses, could they be remaining silent because they don't want the same to happen to them? And they say that there's no evidence has ever confirmed this theory, but that question remains. Now, this is theory of mine. This is drug smuggling connection. Now, the private investigator Bruce Rickards reportedly explored possible links involving criminal activity, drug smuggling, though he never found evidence sufficient enough to prove such a connection. He never found evidence enough to prove such a connection. Now, that could still be a connection. Okay. Theory number 4. Something happened before they ever reached the water. Okay. Another theory suggests investigators may have focused too heavily on the lake. Exactly. What if the answer's not on the lake? What if it happened in the parking lot? What if it happened near the boats? What if the answer lies somewhere else entirely? What if the boys never made it onto Lake Ontario? Because without bodies or without boats, that possibility can never be completely ruled out, guys. Can never be ruled out. All right, guys, I'm going to take it just a tiny break to tell you what we're going to be doing for the rest of the week. Angel, if you don't care, put in the White Trash Family link. Drop the link in there for me. Now, tomorrow night over on White Trash Family, we're going to have church. Now, in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I a preacher. I do read the Bible, and I come in on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights, and I give you what I think the word from the Bible means. Now, am I right? No. Could I be right? Yes. You don't have to pay attention, and you don't have to listen to what I say, but I would appreciate if you come over and just check it out. Now, like I said, and I done a trailer for the channel, and I explained to everything what happens in that trailer. So that's the live that's coming up tomorrow. Go over, sub up to the channel. It's White Trash Family. Now over there we do play music on Friday and Saturday. Friday night is a bonfire, just like when we was young. We'd go out to the lake, light a fire, do crazy stuff, do ignorant stuff, but we'd stand around and listen to music. Now on Saturday nights we have a concert, and each week after the concert we spin a wheel to see who next week's the following week's concert's going to be. And then on Sunday we have church at 2 p.m. with Mr. Chad Vance, who is a preacher, and he is our neighbor, very good man, love him to death. Well, if you shared that link right there for tomorrow's live, they can sub up over there. And then Sunday night at 8 p.m., I go live with what I comprehend to be after I've read the Bible. And then Thursday at 2 p.m. over on White Trash, we have a call-in show where you can call in and request a song. You can call in and dedicate a song, or you can call in and just say, hey, I'm having a rough day. I want to hear this. Hopefully it'll cheer me up. And I'm probably going to do it like this for a while, for a couple weeks. So if you ain't subbed up to White Trash Family, please go sub up and join us tomorrow night. Join us Thursday at 2 p.m. and join us Friday night and Saturday night, both at 5 p.m. Eastern, to listen to some great music, and then Sunday for some great worship with Mr. Chad Vance, and then Sunday night with me, and just listen to how I read the Bible and perceive what I read and give my thoughts and opinions on it. Okay? So that's it. And then before we end tonight's live, we are going to bring up the Angel Cam, and she can come and tell you the rest of the week. And Mondays, we take Mondays off, me and Angel both, and we don't do nothing. We just relax. So, and Angel does a call-in karaoke show Tuesday at 2 p.m. She done one today, and then she has karaoke at 9 p.m. on Fridays, or I might have that backwards. 9 p.m. on Fridays and 8 p.m. on Saturdays. So, let's get back to the story. And guys, if you're enjoying the show, hit the like, hit the share, and hit that subscribe if you're enjoying it. And also, if you're enjoying it and you'd like to, you can leave Rebel a donation right there in the Cash App, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Now, it is not required. It would be very, very much appreciated, because both my channels are not monetized. I will never monetize them. I'm not giving YouTube anything anymore, because they what is it called? They stop you from your freedom of speech. You can't say what you want. You can't talk about what you want, or you can't put out what you want to speak. So, it would be very much appreciated, but it is not required. Okay? So let's get back to the story. The Lost Boys of Pickering, Canada. Now, like I said, without the bodies of boats, that possibility can never be ruled out. So, and please put your thoughts and opinions in here, like Nightbot said, because I love thoughts and opinions. Please bring them. I love to hear them. So 30 years later, guys, 30 years have passed. The parents of these boys have grown old. Some family members may have went on without ever learning what happened to their kids. This mystery remains unsolved, and the names remain on a missing persons list. And every March, people still gather to remember the 6 young men who walked into the darkness and were never seen again. Now, there's a lot of people that's done that, guys. Here where I live in Appalachia, there's a lot of people that's walked into the woods and are never seen again. There's a lot of people that's walked the streets everywhere and are never seen again. And that's very, very sad. So, the Lost Boys of Pickering is more than a mystery, guys. It's a reminder that sometimes cases grow cold or spooky, and some cases never end with arrests. Sometimes there's no confession to it, no courtroom, no final chapter. The only thing that's left is just questions. Questions that echo through decades and decades. And the question for this story is, did 6 teenage boys perish in the icy water of Lake Ontario? Did they encounter someone that night that may have harmed them? And was there ever any crucial evidence overlooked? Or is there somebody out there that still knows exactly what happened and has remained silent for 30 years? Remained silent for 30 years. Wow. That makes you think, guys. A cold case that has remained unsolved for 30 years. Now, guys, I went to school with a girl. Someone knows something. Exactly, Texas lady. I went to school with a girl that happened, and if I'm not mistaken, that was in 1988, 89. I could be wrong about the year. Look up the shooting of Tammy on Google in Bristol. The shooting of Tammy in Bristol. I can't remember her last name. It should bring it up. Just put Tammy. Wyatt? No.
Tammy Saylor?
That's it.
Elaine Saylor?
Yes. What year was that?
1990.
Okay, so it's 1990. This girl was driving home from work. This happened, does it say what month?
February.
This happened February. She got off work at Burger King here in Bristol. She was driving home to Abingdon. It was about midnight or after. Driving home on the interstate. Car pulls up beside her. Bam, shoots her. Bullet hits her in the head. She slumps over. No clues, no nothing. This girl went to her grave. This girl's parents probably now, because that was in 90. Went to her grave, went to their graves, not knowing what happened to their daughter. She was 19 or 20 at the time. Got shot driving home on the interstate with a single gunshot wound. And nobody knows what happened to her. There are speculations, there are theories, and I might even do that story one night because I was there. I know the girl. She went to John Battle High School, but she hung out in Abingdon. So I didn't know her personally. I've seen her around town. She would come and hang out with some friends of ours. She was a good girl. Killed for no reason. That's ridiculous, guys. For no reason. Shot. Coming home from work on the interstate. Nobody saw a thing. The police have no clues whatsoever. But there are theories. Now, the rest of this one, until those questions are answering, the Lost Boys of Pickering remains one of the most chilling, unsolved disappearances in Canadian history. 6 boys, one night, one cold night, 30 years, and no trace. And it's a mystery that refuses to die. The people in Pickering, the people that are related to these boys, I'm sure that they don't want it to ever go unsolved. They want this case to give the boys closure, to give the families closure. Alright guys, that's it for this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, like I said, is going to be Let me get here to it. Hopefully you're going to enjoy that one as well. Next week's histories, Rebels histories, is the sleeping sickness of 1917 to 1928. The sleeping sickness from 1917 to 1928. Go read up on it. Come back over next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. and let's check it out together, guys. So, guys, tell me what you thought. I want ones in chat if you like Rebels histories, 2 in chat if you don't, and 3 in chat if you just don't care. 1, 2, or 3. I gotta know, because if you ain't liking them, I'm not doing them. But I like them. You don't like them, Texas lady? Well, fair enough. That's an opinion. Chicken Snake don't like them either? Chicken Snake, you're crazy. But I love you, brother. I love you. And I hope you're doing well, Chicken Snake, because I've been praying for you, brother. There's a nader warning. I know, Texas lady. And I appreciate you being here. You're good, Chicken Snake. You're good. You better not be driving and hitting the wrong number. But guys, if there's stories out there that you'd like for me to cover, I do have an email. It's right there, tattooedrebel2229. But I may make another one, and may make it Rebels Unsolved Histories at gmail.com. And you can send me stories that you've talked about, or if there's anything on there on YouTube that you can send me. All right, Chicken Snake, I love you, brother, and I'm going to continue to pray for you, sir. And stay safe, Mr. Michigan, you and Camping Gal. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to put Angel up here on the Angel Cam. And she can tell you what's going to go on. I can't confirm or deny. All right, as long as you can't confirm or deny. All right, guys, Angel's going to tell you what's going on for the rest of the week over here on White Trash Family and Tattooed Rebel and Tattooed Angel. But do me a favor as you leave, if you haven't, hit that like, hit the share, and hit that subscribe. And if you got other ones, Mia,
Message him, Chicken Snake, because he'll forget.
message me on Facebook with that, Chicken Snake, and I'll look it up. But, well, is it solved? Is it solved? But as you get ready to leave, though, guys, hit that like, subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't, Texas lady, are you subscribed to the White Trash Family for music and church and all that with us? And it's good to see you too, darling. But Chicken Snake, message me about that and I'll look it up. So let me go up here and find the link that Angel put in here. For this is the link right there, dear. That'll take you over to White Trash Family. Go sub up to it. And then we're going live tomorrow over there at 8 p.m. Same time over there. Hit your notifications for all. That way when we go live over there, you can come over and you can join us for church. And on Friday and Saturday, you can join us for the music that we have. All right, I'm going to give y'all the Angel cam, and she can tell you what's going on the rest of the week. So here is Angel.
Hey guys, good to see you guys. All right, so
Get that light out right.
tomorrow is what, Wednesday? We have church on White Trash Family at 8 p.m. Eastern for church tomorrow night. Then we have a call-in show on White Trash Family at 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Then Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we have Bonfire, which is 1960s to 1969 songs.
And you can still send a song in to the email, and Angel will drop the email here in a minute, as long as they're in before Thursday midnight Eastern Standard Time, and I'll put it on the list. Anything from 1960 to 1969. Don't matter if it's rap, rock, gospel, country, blues, whatever.
Right. And then Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, karaoke on my channel, Tattooed Angel channel. And then the next day is the concert for White Trash Family, 5 p.m. Eastern, which is Jelly Roll this week.
Jelly Roll, yes.
And then we spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on, it will be the band or group. Whoever it lands on will be the next week's concert. And then I have karaoke Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have church on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, with our neighbor Chad Vance, at the local church here in Bristol, Tennessee. And then Rebel goes live and does the his thoughts church-wise at 8 p.m. Eastern, also on White Trash Family. And I think that's everything. And then, Monday we take off, and then Tuesday I have, this coming up Tuesday, I will not have a call-in karaoke request. I normally do every Tuesday, but Tyler and Trinity have a doctor's appointment that day. So, yes, and then next Wednesday will be 8 p.m. church all over again, and next Tuesday night is 8 p.m., and he's covering, what did you say you were covering?
The Sleeping Disease from 1917 to 1928.
Yeah, the Sleeping Disease at 8 p.m. Eastern next Tuesday night. So, yes, I think that's everything.
All right. And that is the Angel Cam, guys. That is the Angel Cam. All right, guys. So that's what we're doing the rest of the week. So be here tomorrow night. And Chicken Snake, I will read up on that. Send me something on Facebook about the story, and I'll read up on it. But if it's already solved, I might do it. But it's history's mystery, so that would be... But I'll still check it out. So, guys, hit the like, the share, subscribe if you don't care. And if you'd like to, you can leave Rebel, which is me, the sexiest man on YouTube. I don't care what nobody said. I'm pretty fucking sexy. And I do want people to know that I do read the Bible. I do believe in God, and God is still working for me. So this channel here is a channel where I speak my mind, and I do let some words fly, even though He's still working on me. He's not done with me yet. It took Him 7 days. So, much love and respect. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, please do. You can send it to tattooedrebel2229 at gmail.com, Texas lady. I'll do that one for right now, okay? tattooedrebel2229 at gmail.com. But, guys, I thank y'all for being here. I love each and every one of you. Much love and respect to each and every one of you that showed up. Angel just dropped the email. Copy, paste that into yours, and it will be sent to me, Texas lady. So, much love. God bless. I appreciate everyone. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. I love everyone. I thank y'all for coming here. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd be just sitting here talking to each other. So much love and respect. And check out the outro that I made for y'all. So, much love and respect. Y'all be good. Stay safe. And we'll see you tomorrow night for church with Rebel.
They're preaching from the city with a silver tongue, telling us what's right, what we can't become. But out here in the heartland, we've had enough. We don't bow down, we were raised too tough. You can ban my words, but not my pride. This is our land and we won't hide. The more you push, the more we fight. We're standing tall for what's ours by right. Don't tread on me, don't tread on you. This land is ours, red, white, and true. From the backwoods fire to the city street, freedom's a song with a rebel beat. Don't tread on me, don't tread on you. We'll raise hell till the night is through. Stars and stripes, bold and free. You can't chain down our liberty. They cancel our voices, they shame our songs. But outlaw country's been loud all along. From the farmer's hands to the soldier's boots, we've planted pride with deep down roots. You can take my job, but not my soul. The fire in my heart you'll never control. From the hills and hollows to the desert sand, we're fighting back.